has never happened to me before. 69 scenes! Yeah, my character has a tattoo. Huh, go figure. Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melody, and it is Preptober, and that means it is time to outline my Nanowrimo story, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to show you how I outline it in just a little bit. But one of the things I wanted to talk about before I went into the outlining was something that really helped me. So one of the things that I started doing for my stories, and I haven't always done this, but maybe I should have done it because I found the process so helpful. I started doing character sketches for my characters, and it's a really helpful way for you to get to know your character before you start writing the story. It's like you then kind of like get the backstory, figured out in your mind. And then so when you go to write the story, you kind of have all this, all these ideas that you could use for your story. And I got the idea of doing this character sketch from a class I took a few months ago. I have so at my local library, we have something called Guild courses. And your local library might have it too. You just have to go online to your library's website and check it out, see if they have it. But Guild courses are completely free classes, and they have so many different subjects, so many different kinds of classes. But the best thing is that they have writing classes on there. So just for fun, I decided to take some writing classes on the Guild courses. And they had this one class called a romance writing class. And the instructor there, she taught about how you can make a character sketch for your hero and your heroine. And it doesn't have to be a romance. It can be like any story. It doesn't have to just be a romance. But I made character sketches for my characters. And it's just really essentially just a list of questions that you ask and you answer. And now some of these questions are basic questions, like what your character looks like, what's your character's occupation, questions about their family and things like that. So some of the things are just basic questions, but then some of the questions like really get you starting to think, like, what's their favorite childhood memory, or, what's something they regret, or what's something that they wish they could go back and change. When you start asking yourself those questions, like about your character, it actually kind of like generates some ideas, or at least it did for me. It gave me some ideas for some things that I can use in my story. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to come in handy. But yeah, I do highly recommend Guild courses if they're completely free. If your library has it, totally check it out. It's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun too. Yeah, this character sketch that I learned in this class was really helpful. So, and you can even create your own questions too. You don't even have to, I actually added a couple questions. I added a question for pets because I thought that was important because my character has a cat. So I think that's important. But I tell you what I'll do. I will, instead of reading this whole thing out, instead of reading this whole list out, I will make a list of these questions and I'll put it on my website, melodyloomis.com, and I'll put the link down in the description and you can check it out. And I don't know where I'm going to put it on my website. I'll try to find somewhere to put it. If you want to check them out, maybe like just copy and paste it into your, your document, and you can create your own character sketch. So I do find this is really helpful. You could probably also go to Google and you could just search character sketch, or some character questions, character interview. I don't know, whatever, something like that. But you could probably find something like this online. But I'll put the questions that I put on my character sketch, I'll put them in the description below so you can check them out and try it out, because it actually kind of like got me to know the character a little bit better. I even like realized that my character had a tattoo, which I didn't even like wasn't even like on my radar, you know. Yeah, my character has a tattoo. Huh, go figure. Okay. Anyway, check it out. All right, so let's get to outlining. So this is what I currently have done for my Storm Chaser story. This is just like the start of the outline. I've actually got a lot of scenes right here already. I mean, it's already like filling up the board almost, like filling up like that little portion of the board. But I've got a lot more to do. And I think what I'm going to do is put all the scenes on this board. And then what I'm going to do is I've got a blank board. And then I think as I finish writing each scene, I'm going to add those to the new board. So I'm going to work on the outline and I'll show you my progress later. So like my hands are like covered in ink because I've just finished this awesome outline. I cannot believe it. This has never happened to me before. I wrote down some scene ideas that I had, and normally when I do an outline, I just have just a few major scenes in my mind, and then as the story becomes more clear as I'm writing it, then I can kind of fill that in. But this is the first time this has happened to me. I have got almost the whole story planned. I mean, not the whole story. I mean, I know there's going to be more stuff that I'm going to add, but I have got at least 69 scenes planned for this story. 69 scenes. But yeah, like this has never happened to me before. I have never had like this much of the story like planned out, like and like in order. You know, and I'm not saying that I'm not going to change anything that's in this outline. I'm probably actually, as I write it, there's going to be more stuff that comes up and I'm going to have more scenes, but this is like the major plot points of the story. And I just kind of went like chronologically in order. I never have this much at the beginning of the story. So that's why I'm going to have like just a blank board, like right here. Like here is my board that's going to be for Nanowrimo because it's completely blank. And then as I finish writing these scenes, I'm going to transfer it to the blank one. And I know I'm going to come up with more scenes. I know that as I'm writing, there's going to be other stuff that comes up. But oh my God, this is like so awesome. Like I don't know how I did this much in one day. I just started writing it, and all of a sudden it was like, oh. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how I did it. I guess because this story has been in my mind for so long, I've had some time to think about it is what I'm saying. And I've been thinking about it and I wanted to write it, but I was trying to wrap up some other stories, so I didn't really get to this yet. And now I'm glad I didn't get to it yet because now I can do it for Nanowrimo. And it's been marinating in my mind for like a long time, and now it's like it just really wants to like get out and get on the screen. So I'm really hoping that this Nanowrimo will be easy for me. I got my fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.